Hi guys, East Hills Outdoors is back again. Remember a while back I did a video on this one here, the Jungle Explorer Separate. It came with a separate bug net and included the rainfly. Well, I had a lot of response from all the guys. They were asking, well, can you just get the hammock alone? And at that point in time, you could not get that. I did contact they got a hold of my contact at East Hills, and we discussed it a little bit. And just recently, they got back in touch with me, and lo and behold, they sent me this. This is the same hammock as the other system had in it. It's exactly the same in every way, except we got a new label on it. Other than that, this is just a plain old hammock that they sent before. It's a good hammock, 10 feet long, 6.5 feet wide, or a little over 6.5 feet wide, and I think about a skosh under 10 feet. It's made of the 210T nylon material. It is not the ripstock. It is a plain hammock parachute type material that we're used to seeing, that we've seen for some time, and it's a good product. And that's how they keep the price on this thing down. Started using ripstock and what have you, it's going to get quite pricey. And I will discuss with you a little bit later at the end of this video about future plans on something that they're talking about doing. It weighs in at 1.8 pounds, just like the other one. Now, I'm not going to go on along about this, about all the goodies on this like I did on the last one. I'll leave a link down below to that video, so if you've got more questions about the hammock itself and all that, you can take a look there. We're going to take it outside and set it up and just compare it and make sure it is the same as the other hammock. This is what they tell me. This is what we're going to find out. Okay, there it is. It's all set up. And it does definitely look the same as the other. The color is different. This is red. The other one was khaki. And they also have one that's in a sky blue color. Not too wild about that one, but this red one's kind of nice. Starting up at the end here, daisy chain like before. This one is color-coded to match. The other one we had a khaki on it. This is red. They've now gone to getting the closed loop to match too now. So I got the red there. We get branded wire gate carabiners on both ends. Sewing is real good, except the same thing we see on every other product of theirs, it seems like. When they clean these edges up, they don't cut them in tight enough. But again, it takes me 5 minutes to go over the small pair of clippers to get those off. Saves a lot of money in their production and keeps the prices down. But as you can see, sewing is real good. Straight as an arrow. No problems with it. Single stitch down here as it's hemmed over. Nothing missing there. This is sewed on quite well. Now, I've been using this for a few weeks, and this thing here, I put my bottle of water and stuff in, and this thing here has not come loose. You know, that's a problem we used to see a lot on these things, is the bag would start to come loose right away. Not a problem here. Inside, again, the stitching is good. It's straight. The stitching on these things and the workmanship is just incredibly nice. They do a very good job. Just can't seem to get that one thing taken care of, and you know, I guess we can live with it. Same on this end. I do have the ridge line I put on it, and I will be putting this back on up here. And I have a little extra goodie. It's let me get this stand set. Okay, got an extra goodie. It's a guy named Joe Taylor on one of the hammock forums on Facebook. Put a 2-second video up that gives you an excellent, probably the best reason and the best way to explain what a ridge line does, and you can see its value in it. I'm going to run that a little later in the video here, and I'll run it through a number of times because 2 seconds it goes by before you know it. So we'll run it through a number of times so you can see it. And it's just so simple, but the guy did a wonderful job on it, and I will show you that. Now, let me get this thing set up here so you can see what it looks like without a ridge line. Then I'm going to put a ridge line on it. We'll match that up. So here it is, all 10 foot long and over 6.5 feet wide. The thing is massive. It's a very large hammock. Now, I've added a ridge line because, in my opinion, there is no comfortable hammock without a ridge line where you can control your sag. Look at the sag in this thing. It's well controlled. I can do what I want with it, lay the way I want with it, as opposed to having no sag, which would bring your hammock up in condition like that. No squeeze, no shoulder squeeze, no calf ridge, anything on it. It's beautiful just the way I got it set up. I've got this set at 99 inches, and that made this a perfect hammock. Inside the hammock, I don't lack room. There's plenty of space here. I'm laying nice and flat. Plenty of room to spare. As you can see, I'm actually pushing it out to extend it. I'm not even using near what is provided for me. This is very, very roomy, and it is a long ways up there. Even though it's only 10 feet, keep in mind that the wider this thing is, the less distance I'm going to need. I know that a lot of people like the 11 footers, so do I, but I can't really see any reason needing any more than the room I got. If I have anything more on that end up there, it's just going to be wasted material. With a hammock of this size, calf ridge and shoulder squeeze is something that you don't feel a lot of. Of course, the addition of the ridge line here made it even better. So what do you think of Joe's video? Pretty good, huh? Instantaneous explanation as to the value of having a ridge line. You cut it and you can see what happens. I want to thank Joe for putting that thing together and sending it to us and his family for helping him film it and what have you. It helped a lot. Okay, getting back to this stuff here. I'm going to make it short because we've already gone through this hammock on that last video, and I will again, I will put a link to it down there. And I'll put a link to the video, and I'll put a link to this down there. This right now, as I told you earlier, was in the mid-30s of the price range on this thing, and that's what it was when they delivered this to me. I just noticed today that for this one and the khaki one is $21.99, and this $22.99 for the blue one, which you pick your choice, whichever one you like. But at that price, you can't go wrong with these things. Not sure why the price has gone down on them like that, but you know how Amazon is. By the time that you get this video out there and you see it, they may not be available again. They may be wait twice as much. Who knows? But anyhow, for the price, you're not going to beat this thing. This is a quality hammock. I told you earlier I was going to tell you about a little something that they got coming, and it's a potential thing that could be coming. I have been talking with them about putting out an 11-foot hammock. They understand that a 10-foot hammock that is as wide as this one is going to be more than you need, and we all know that. And some people will look at that and say, hey, I don't have to carry that extra foot of material with me. But you're getting wider material, so it's a give and take on both ends there. However, a lot of us, and myself included, really do prefer an 11-foot hammock. They understand that. I finally got them to understand that it's not so much what you're trying to market out there and what's out there to try to get the price right or what have you. It has to do with the people, too, what they're buying. This company likes to make sure that people are enjoying their product. They really want people to take notice of the product, to purchase it, to use it, to enjoy it, and to pass it on to other people to buy, which is why I do the videos for them. I do a lot of videos for them because of that. Anyhow, we are talking about an 11-foot hammock, and they were talking about using ripstock. They were also talking about having a fully removable net on it, bug net on it, and what have you. So at this point, that's as far as we've gotten with it, but we'll just have to wait and see. It may come to pass, it may never come to pass, but it's just one of those things that, wanted you guys to know that was it possibly coming, and if it does, I just hope they'll send me one to test. I'm sure they will. All right, before we go, I got one more thing I wanted to point out. Just got something yesterday from Amazon, and Oak Creek. And if you are the type of person, whether you camp in a hammock or you camp in a tent or what have you, if you use a pad, this might be something you're interested in looking at. I'll be doing a video on this and telling you what it is. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.